I'm Dr. Alan Bauman, Medical Director of Bauman Medical Group and founder of Salon B in Boca Raton, Florida. And I treat men and women with hair loss. And the reason why I'm here today in Bologna, Italy, visiting Cesare Ragazzi Laboratories and the factory is because what I've found that they have produced an incredible solution for patients with hair loss. Patients who cannot undergo hair transplantation, patients that cannot, for whatever reason, through chemo or surgery or injury or trauma, cannot restore their own living and growing hair. And we need a solution for that. And what I've found here at Cesare Ragazzi is a solution. What they create, handmade, with the latest and greatest technology, is an undetectable hair system, a hair and scalp prosthetic, to completely replace small areas, large areas of hair loss for our patients. And what's amazing about this facility is the people. The people that put their heart and their soul into every single system and prosthetic that they produce. Matching color to the skin, matching color for the hair, the quality control of the hairs that are going to be implanted into the prosthetic. You're going to see all of that today. And each step of the way is more impressive than the next. From the minute the information comes here to Bologna, to each step of the process, to the final hair and scalp prosthetic. These people take pride in what they do, just like we take pride in taking care of our patients. And this is an amazing find that I can't wait to share with you and to share with our patients who are in need. And so we are bringing to Boca Raton, Florida, the CNC Cesare Ragazzi hair and scalp prosthetic. And our hair loss patients' lives are going to be changed for it. Changed for the better. So all of the information that we have captured from the patient is sent here electronically, in addition to the cast and the mold. And it is double checked before it goes into production. At every step of production, the hair and the scalp in the prosthetic are checked for quality control. This device looks at the quality of the hair and also at the quality of the polymeric base while it's being produced. The polymeric base, or second skin or second scalp as we call it, starts in this spherical reactor with the solvent and the polymeric base. Every patient's skin color is different. So the color of the polymeric base in the second scalp has to match the patient's skin tone exactly. Here's a palette of the different colors that are used. What attracted me first to the Cesare Ragazzi product was the look and the feel of the hair, hands down. And what we're looking at here is unprocessed human hair that's going to be used to create the hair and scalp prosthetics for our patients who are struggling with hair loss. This is the highest quality hair in the world. You can touch it, you can feel it. It's silk. It's amazing. And the colors run the full spectrum, as well as the full spectrum of curl, from straight to wavy to curly to kinky. It covers all the bases. But this is the gold that makes up the hair and scalp prosthetic. From this very small sample of our patient's hair, she's going to match the colors of all the strands in the inventory to create an exact match. This may have just maybe a couple of hundred fibers, but there are many, many different colors. And so it's a critical artistic step to be able to go strand by strand from all of the colors that are available to create an exact match. It's an amazing process, and it's done beautifully. Can we check the match? In this part of the process, the mold of the patient's scalp that we obtain in the clinic is 3D scanned and printed to create an exact duplicate of the scalp and whatever hair exists for a perfect fit of the prosthetic in the end. The reason why we need to make a 3D printed version of the patient's scalp is because we can't send our patients thousands of miles here to the factory to check for this important quality control. So this is the scalp that's been printed here in the factory based on the mold that we took in the clinic. This is the cast that we sent from the clinic here to Italy, and this important step matches up the cast onto the representation of the patient's scalp before it goes into production. If there's an exact match, then they can produce the hair and scalp prosthetic. A critical step for the hair and scalp prosthetic in terms of undetectability is an exact match of the skin tone of the scalp. During this step, the technician will add pigment to the clear polymeric base to create an exact match so that the end result is 100% undetectable. Now that the color has been added to the polymeric base, this critical artistic step is important for the angle, orientation, and position of the hairs. Layer by layer, she'll add the polymer, creating different thicknesses, maybe thinner on the outside edges or thicker in the middle, so that the angle, orientation, and position of the hairs will be 100% natural. As a hair transplant surgeon, watching the implantation of the hairs into the prosthetic is my favorite part. Seeing these technicians work strand by strand, implanting the hair fibers in the appropriate angle, orientation, and position according to the pattern is amazing to watch. It takes incredible skill, incredible detail, and excellent planning in order to create something that looks beautiful, so the patient will have something that he or she can feel very, very proud of and very comfortable with. We are here at the final step of the creation of the CNC. And during this last quality check, they'll be looking at the hairline to make sure the angle and the orientation, the position of all the hairs that have been implanted look natural, the creation of the swirl. And here, if you can, it looks and feels beautiful at this stage. And even looking directly at the scalp, we can see it looks 100% normal, like a human scalp. And you'd be hard-pressed to tell from a social distance that it wasn't. And under a microscope, the only thing missing is the blood vessels. So it's looking and feeling beautiful. Don't you agree? After 240 man-hours of painstaking work, this hair and scalp prosthetic is ready to leave the factory, ready to make one hair loss patient very, very, very happy, and perhaps change their life. Included with every system, because it is a medical grade device and registered with the Ministry of Health here in Italy, they mandate a certification that goes with every hair system. Into the box and off it goes to Salon B in Boca Raton.